the most complex part is left, which is you have to understand each of the requirements now. The most complex things you have to understand how each of the requirements work. Okay, if I want to do the sign in, I have a common sense now. I need to sign up, right? I just give you one example. If I want to do the Google Earth, I have a common sense now. I need to have a Google account. If I want to verify the user, I have a common sense. I need to actually sign in first. This user has to be exist. Well, to exist this user, I need to sign up first. You see this? How the link is working? This part is the most important and most complex part for any project. The moment you understand this, your time, your effort goes on this. Because Swagger is done. You already understand what you do in the Swagger. Remaining all the part, the tools part you'll be learning, that you'll be doing it, is fine. But the most important part is you understand the project, understand the requirement, how they work. Until you understand it, everything will be part of memorization. When you do the memorization, you cannot be productive in any project. So there is no way that you can memorize anything to accomplish something. Especially any project you work, if you want to be the best one, very precise, number one on the team, what do you have to focus? Requirements. That you have to understand this. Correct? Once you understand this, then you are good to go. If you mess up with the requirements, it means you are not either, you don't know it, you join new, you are fine. But you continuously do not understand the requirements, you will not be productive in the project anymore. Because people will find out you are doing it, memorizing the things. You are not actually doing something. It will create a big issue in the team. What if the issues is? You create a bug, it's not a bug. You found an issue, it's not an issue. Because create a bug, you don't know how to create a bug because that bug is not exist. Because you don't know how to actually execute the functionality, but you are saying the bug. You are saying something is not working, but it is not true. You are saying, hey, verify user is not working. Well, that's not true. You need to have a valid user first. Am I right? So I can talk about this all day, but this is something each of you put your thought on it, the whole application. That's the way what you have to solve next 8 months. If you do something different, you broke the framework. You cannot. I can teach you the tools 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Nothing will work. Nothing will. You cannot get a job. You cannot keep up the job until you until you know how these requirements work. The moment you know it, the same moment you'll be a good test engineer, good test analyst, regardless where you work. You are the vehicle industry, or you work in the OEM industry, or you work in the plane industry. Regardless of where, nothing matters. All matter the same thing. Everything ends up with the requirements. And then we call the requirement analysis. That's called the analysis. They're looking at this, what I have to do. Oh, verify the OTP. Well, I have to actually send the OTP, then I can verify. So it means you have to take time to understand. In the planning meeting, actually, this is what we do. We read each of the user story. We understand, we ask questions, then we actually provide the estimation. That's how we do the planning. So how we do estimate a user story? Of course, in the planning meeting, each of the user story is given 5 minutes to read, and you can read details. If you do not understand, ask question to the product owner. They know how it works. And then that's how you do. If you have any confusion, clarify how this works. That's fine. And based on your understanding, combining everything, now you give your effort, which is 4 hours or 5 hours. In your effort, make sure your testing is details included. You can never do a good effort until actually you do the testing. On this, the sign up testing, all this testing, there is so many test cases we'll be creating, we'll be doing it, that you can, once you'll be doing it, now you can find out, man, it actually takes 7 hours really. Do all these test cases and the test case execution, bug creation, test data preparation, review with the senior, is all takes. So you will be combining all of this in your planning. Good. So it's come from the user story. And user story is based on our planning. User story is created by the product owner. User story is chunk, is categorized by the feature. Many feature is categorized by the epic. You see this? It's all math behind the scene. Makes sense, right? Nothing is, now you see the feature is on the top. Okay, let's stop.